we know that half of your school faced the Trade Center. We know that these children saw it happen. We know the second plane went right by their windows. And we're ready to work with you in whatever ways, means possible that we have. And these principals said, please come as soon as possible.
Months earlier, Elana had developed a program for the children of war-torn Bosnia. Now she knew it could and should be applied to the children of New York City.
What they have in common was outside forces coming in and breaking normality. And we're very lucky compared to what happened in Bosnia.
Understanding the sad realities of Bosnia came through her brother Ron, an award-winning photojournalist who covered the war in the Balkans.
I think that this program, by going to the children and starting out at the youngest generation and start to teach them about tolerance again, and to try and do something about changing their ideas about the stories that they've heard for many, many years from their parents about how this side did this to that side and so on, that can act as a countermeasure to that.
What does it mean to be landlocked?
There's no water.
No water. We had always wanted to connect the children from Bosnia to children to New York, and everyone said, why? There's no connection. Well, I have felt there always is a connection, but now there's a blatant connection.
To illustrate her point, Elana organized an exhibit of children's art created in her New York City classes. Some of the schools she works in actually face the World Trade Center.
And we call this Personal Experience Day. What we did with the children was lead them through meditation to find the experience of 9/11 in their bodies, see what it looks like, what it tastes like, what it smells like, and really supporting them to bring that memory up to their hearts.
I was at school on September 11th, and I saw that one of the Twin Towers were on fire. So my teacher let us get up to the window and watch.
My mom told me that the Twin Towers collapsed, and I was like crying. My tears came out of my cheeks, and I was really sad.
I have to say my teacher handled everything really well, and my parents weren't there with me. But creative movement, it helped you, because otherwise it's mostly reading and math, and we talked about it in class, but not the way creative movement helped us.
The exhibit will travel the country. Elana hopes the trauma relief program will also travel to schools across America to help children understand this confusing time in history.
When people ask me, why are these kids still traumatized? I know what we've been through from the beginning. I would say, well, not to that extent. Not to the extent of, oh my God, what's happened? But it's a process, and we've been through things, and I'm not necessarily pessimistic, but I think that a lot of things are going to be happening over the next few years. And it's really important to have this space available for these kids.
The art and poetry these children have created will resonate for a long time to come, just like the horrors they've experienced firsthand.
This memory I found in my big toe. It was the shape of a star. It was blue. It was heavy, but I managed to carry it. As soon as I put it there, it turned bright yellow. It started turning around. Light shone all through my heart. When I first saw the memory, it made me sad because of all the things that happened. But when I brought it up to my heart, it made me feel a little better. The star is still turning, and the light is still shining.
There's something about when kids put it into words that's so sincere. Well, our education reporter Justine Simons is here now with more on this story. Justine, nice job.
Thank you.
What about this exhibit? Where can people go see it?
Well, right now it's at the Empire State Building, and they're not sure when, but the next city that it will be traveling to is Chicago, and then they hope to take it all around the country, and they keep updating their website. So if you want to go online to childrensmovement.org and check out their website to find out where it's coming next.
Great.
So tell us more about the program in Bosnia. How is that developing now?
It is developing, and she's actually going to go over to Bosnia in March during what's technically Easter break here with her New York schools, and she'll be working with 15-year-old students, so a little bit older than the age group that she's working with here. And it's very based on explaining culture and different traditions so that these two sides that have warred with each other for so long can understand each other, hopefully.
Wow.
That's really important, because when you think of a lot of these clashes in the Middle East and elsewhere, I mean, it's because children don't understand those cultural differences.
Right, and in fact, those postcards that they were painting in the class with the hearts, those are going to Afghanistan, to hopefully what will be new schools that are being set up in Afghanistan, so children there can see how similar actually the lives between the two countries are.
Yeah. So is the program in Bosnia going to be a little bit different than what she's doing here in New York?
Yeah, it is different. One big focus programs here in New York and what she hopes to spread around the country is a look at history and more academic focus rather than just cultural. And in Bosnia, they can't teach history. It's off limits. So we'll be a big focus on traditions and culture and explaining one another to each other. Yeah, it's very different.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I mean, she's so inspiring. You know, she's young and she's trying to make a difference. It's like she's got a lot on her plate.
Yeah, clearly. I mean, I think everywhere she goes, she makes a difference. Actually, on the 11th, she was stuck on the New Jersey side, and a lot of people who were being evacuated were brought over to where she was. And she said she felt so helpless because she didn't have any medical background, so she actually went out after that and got her medic's license. She has a little badge now. Yeah, she's clearly she's very driven.
See, that's amazing, because I think that, you know, all the rest of us, you know, you can't help, you throw your arms up and go, oh, I wish I could help. I mean, but how many people had that kind of commitment?
She obviously has proven you can go out there and make a difference.
Right, exactly. And she's a background in theater. You know, it's not like her background is in changing the world.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I don't think that can be your major, but you can still do
For
it.
a very small fee.
But we have someone else to thank, don't we, for this?
We do. We want to thank Campbell's and their Labels for Education program. They sponsor our education segments here on Pure Oxygen.
All right, good for them. All right, thank you so much, Justine. Nice job. And up next, best-selling author Elizabeth Wurtzel on her depression and Ritalin addiction. You don't want to miss this. You're watching Pure Oxygen.
13% of law enforcement officers today are women.
Stay right there.
What drives them to risk their lives? Join Pam Greer as Oxygen takes an intimate look at women in law enforcement. They're walking the line between tenderness and toughness.
Get off those knees.
Women and the Badge. Tomorrow night at 10.
Only on Oxygen.
Introducing the best America Online ever. New version 7.0. It's better, faster, and easier.
It's like a click and you're connected.
7.0 is fast.
It's got all the new features. It's just so easy.
All new AOL version 7.0.
Welcome.
It's everything you love about America Online.
You've got mail.
Now with cool new features and places to go.
I'm falling in love with the new features. 7.0 is the best.
Don't be a chicken, it's easy.
America Online, new version 7.0. So easy to use, no wonder it's #1. Call 1-800-4ONLINE.
Hi, I'm Dorinda Washington, and this is my husband, Craig. Every year we walk in March of Dimes Walk America to help give babies a fighting chance. Our son Justin was born 4 months premature and struggled to survive in a NICU, just like this one.
Thanks to the March of Dimes medical advances in specialized neonatal intensive care, Justin survived and thrived.
Please give babies a fighting chance. Join March of Dimes Walk America and be a hero for the tiniest babies. Call 1-800-525-WALK and register today.
Wait till you see the fabulous show. I'm taking you behind the scenes to watch as I design the costumes for the Broadway show, The Women.
The Isaac Mizrahi Show, Wednesday night at 10.